Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the Red Storm Report right here on SNY. Thanks for tuning in. As always, as the Johnnies try to make a push towards March. Now, speaking of push, well, this gentleman pushed for years over at Purdue, one of the great coaches of all time, Gene Keady. However, he's still getting a little familiar with New York City, the ins and outs. He is from Lafayette, Indiana. He's not from the Big Apple, but like all visitors, he wants to enjoy the city. Time for an all-access piece. Erin Sharoni takes the coach around town.
Hey, I'm Erin Sharoni, and welcome back to another week of We Are St. John's All Access. This week, I got a special treat for you. I got to catch up with legendary coach Gene Keady and take him around our city. All right, so Coach, you ready to take a look around town?
I'm ready to take a look and see what New York is really like.
All right. So Coach, I hear you're familiar with the plaza, huh?
Well, this is where they brought me when I interviewed for the job last spring, and when Steve got the job, he wanted me to come in and check out the staff and see what St. John's was like. So we stayed here at the plaza, one of the most famous hotels in New York City, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever seen that movie, Home Alone?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when he's...
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the pigeon lady.
So Coach, right across the street is the famous FAO Schwartz. So if you'll indulge me, I want to go check out the toys.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's cool.
Let's go.
I'm Coach Keady, and this is Erin. She does TV.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Where did you grow up?
I'm actually from Buffalo, New York.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're used to this weather.
That's right, exactly. This is home for me.
I'm from Kansas, so I'm used to it.
Oh man, I bet you're not.
Kansas and
Kansas
Indiana.
get a lot of snow?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
When I was a kid, oh.
Oh,
Now I
wow.
made money. I shoveled all sidewalks.
There it is. Have a blast, Coach.
Thanks. Thank
See you
you.
guys. Nice to meet you.
Thanks. Nice meeting you.
So what do you think of Times Square, Coach?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You know, we've always watched this at New Year's Eve, right?
Have you ever been here?
Never been here, and I won't be here. Not during New Year's Eve.
Well, as you can see, we've gotten to see some sights with Coach so far. Now we're going to step inside to warm up and grab a bite. How you dealing with the cold? It's freezing out there.
I grew up in Kansas and lived in Indiana a lot of years, so this is pretty normal for me. You gotta know how to dress.
What's your favorite thing about New York so far?
Just everything. The people, the restaurants, playing at the garden. I love New York, so it's been fun and it's been exciting, and it's been one of those things where, you know, you think somebody that's retired wouldn't want to put up with this, but I love it.
What do you think about New York City public transit? New York is known for its subways and its crazy cabs, and I'm sure you've had some fun experiences.
Well, when I went home at semester break, back to Lafayette to take care of some business for a week, I got home and I, driving my car now, and I thought, everybody must be mad at me because nobody's yelling at me, nobody is turning in front of me, and nobody is honking. So it's like a different world. You learn to cope with the traffic here. It's just a lot different. It's a lot calmer in Lafayette, Indiana than it is New York City. But I think it's a lot calmer in any city except New York City.
As a native New Yorker, I would agree with you on that point. So Coach, I have to ask you about your dog, Queenie. I know about her, but I'm sure everybody else would like to hear about it because it's not every day that a coach has a little dog at home.
When Coach Lavin called me about the job, I really had to think about it because I was pretty comfortable in Lafayette watching Purdue play and playing golf with my buddies in the summer and so on. So I had to give it some thought. So I really had 4 demands. I had to have a driver, had to live at a hotel that I really liked, and I found that, or they found it for me, a certain salary. And then the most important thing was I wanted to make sure my toy poodle Queenie was taken care of. So my housekeeper back in Lafayette has a poodle just like it. So I left the poodle back with her, and it's in good hands. So those were my demands. I'm pretty low maintenance.
What's your experience been like sitting on the bench as an advisor rather than a coach, and having to kind of maybe restrain yourself from saying a thing or two? Or I see your expression sometimes, and you gotta calm down. So
it's been a lot different. There's no doubt when you're the head coach, you're more aggressive with the referees, and of course you have to coach at the timeouts and take care of business as the head coach. But I really have enjoyed being with Steve Lavin and his staff. It's one of the main reasons I came here. because of the people he hired on his staff. So that's been very enjoyable. But it's not been frustrating on the bench. It's just been a lot different. And it's probably been good for me to keep notes because that way I don't get after the referees as much.
Hopes for the future for the next couple of months?
Well, our goal is to get in the NCAA, but you know that was a goal we started last fall when we first got here. And I was in the NCAA tournament 18 times, and there's nothing better than on that selection Sunday when you sit there with your team and you see where you're going to go, see who you're going to play, and now that's really exciting and fun. So I want, especially these seniors, I want them to experience that.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Thanks for being here with us, and enjoy the rest of your stay here in New York.
Thank you very much. Well, if we get in the NCAA, we do our job, I'll really enjoy it. So, but it's been beautiful so far.
Sounds good. Let's dig in.
Thank you.
Well, it certainly seems like Coach is getting well acquainted, both at St. John's and here in the Big Apple. Catch you next week on We Are St. John's All Access. Thanks for joining.
Good job, Erin, showing Coach the spots of the city. But, Coach, I mean, too many tourist things. How about you come out to Brooklyn with me? I'll get you some good eats. Little Michael's on Avenue R. They'll treat you well. All right, coming up next week, the Johnnies back on the national stage. We'll recap the game with the Bruins out at UCLA right here on the Red Storm Report. We'll see you.